The mission of Sarasota Memorial Hospital is to provide healthcare services which excel in caring, quality, and innovation. And further, the vision of our organization is to be the best place to be a patient, the best place to work, and the best place to practice medicine. As a third-time Magnet-designated hospital, we take seriously our responsibility to provide a healthy work environment so our nurses can enjoy their work and contribute to great patient outcomes, as well as our obligation to grow the science of nursing with new nursing knowledge. We know from the literature that healthcare is complex and difficult work, and that nurses who take the time to learn and develop coping strategies are better able to adapt and sustain a career in healthcare. We've also seen evidence suggesting that improving resilience among healthcare providers can diminish the effects of compassion fatigue and ultimately prevent burnout. Along these lines, a committee in our organization has been evaluating a variety of modalities to support coping strategies. The Transcendental Meditation Program has over 360 peer-reviewed studies demonstrating improvements in physical symptoms such as stroke, heart disease, high blood pressure, as well as psychosocial problems such as anxiety, distress, depression, and improving coping and resilience. There were no published studies evaluating the effects of transcendental meditation among nurses, nor did we find any studies evaluating the effects of transcendental meditation on compassion fatigue, but we felt the potential was there. Therefore, we decided to pursue a pilot research study evaluating the effects of Transcendental Meditation Program on compassion fatigue and resilience among nurses.
Practicing the TM technique has had many benefits to me. When I first began, I was actually looking for a tool to help me in my transition to a position in nursing leadership. And I found that with the Transcendental Meditation Program that my ability to focus is increased and I'm more resilient. Despite having those extra stresses with the change and the increased responsibility of my new position in leadership, I actually find that I'm less reactive to stress and I'm able to function better. On a more personal note, I've been dealing with irritable bowel syndrome for many years, and within the first month of doing TM, my symptoms were gone. I couldn't believe it. It was very unexpected, and I'm super happy with that. Also, my creative likes and interests have increased as well, and I've started resuming writing poetry. Overall, my outlook in life is much happier since starting TM. I really enjoy TM, and I look forward to each and every session, and I just can't wait to see what it's going to do for me in the coming months.
Transcendental meditation has really been very good for me. It's really changed my life. I found that before I started learning the technique, that I was dealing with a very stressful, ongoing family situation. On top of this, I have a very challenging job. I'm a 12-hour night nurse who's on a float team, which means that I'm going to different departments, dealing with different patient loads, and dealing with different staff every single night I work, which can be a stress in itself. I found that when I now, after learning the technique, am able to take part of myself when I hit the floor and stand back and be able to deal with my hard assignment or my increased acuity or whatever problem there is, then deal with the now and not deal with the problems I see with my assignment 2 hours down the road. Therefore, I'm able to decrease my stress because I'm dealing with problems that are actual and existing versus dealing with imaginary problems that I'm creating for myself stress-wise that may or may not even occur in my shift. I found that when I'm able to do the 20 minutes twice a day, that I feel rejuvenated, I feel renewed, I feel calmer. I find that especially when I have a chance, because it is difficult at nights, to do the 20 minutes, that when I do them, when I come out of the technique, I'm much more centered in my work. I'm pleasanter, I'm more positive, and I feel that I have a lot more energy. I feel that this program and learning to do the technique has really saved me, and I really want to thank the people that taught me. It's really made a difference in my life and the people that I work with and my family.
For as long as I can remember, I've struggled with worry. I worried about what had already happened. I worried about what might happen. And I worried for other people even though they were not worrying for themselves. I found it hard to stay in the present moment. There was always a constant chatter in my head. I took so much stuff in and didn't have a way for all that stuff to leave. The practice of transcendental meditation has given me a gift, a definitive way to let all that too much stuff in my head go someplace else. I now experience calm and a sustained sense of peace. I treasure being in the present moment. I treasure that gift. From a professional standpoint, I find that I think clear in times when there's stressful patient encounters, and I don't take those patients home with me anymore. My manager, coworkers, and my husband have said they've noticed a difference, that I'm different in a good way. One of the unexpected benefits that I experienced since practicing TM is this great desire to simplify my life. For such a long time, I collected things. I saved them. I was afraid I might need them someday. I had a hard time letting go because I would need them. But that need has lifted. I have purged most of the unnecessary items in our home and in my life. My husband is shocked and most pleased. Life is easier and more joyful when there's a sense of peace and calm, both inside and outside of me. I crave my 20 minutes of TM twice a day. I feel more settled, more grounded in what's important in life, and a bit more spontaneous. I am definitely worth this investment in self, health, and my sense of well-being. A special thank you to my teacher, Laura, for this great sense of peace.
The opportunity to learn transcendental meditation came to me in a time of my life when I was really ready for some stress relief and a way to control inner turmoil that I had. I've been a nurse for 22 years. I'm usually outwardly a pretty calm person, but on the inside I was not so calm, and I needed to find a way to fix that. In my nursing role, I've been in critical care most of the time, and for the last 3 years I've been an administrative supervisor. My job involves many aspects of nursing and management and administration at times, and sometimes I feel like a juggler with little plates spinning in the air, trying to keep them all afloat. Before transcendental meditation, that stress from all those plates juggling caused me to be very unsettled, and I felt at times like I wanted to explode. Since transcendental meditation, my life has changed dramatically, and I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's really true for me. I'm better focused and more resilient and better able to manage all the disruptions in my life and prioritize so that I can meet the demands of my job. My personal life has changed also. I've had chronic back pain most of my nursing life, and since starting transcendental meditation, my back pain has improved to the point that I woke up this morning and started to stand up from my bedside and realized that I had not had pain since last fall in my lower back at all. I really believe that transcendental meditation has caused this change in my body because of the stress of my life being so much less. I also have noticed that my husband is changed since I began transcendental meditation. He's not a believer in any kind of anything, basically. And he Now, he's always been very, very stressed out and easily agitated, and responded to any stressful circumstance by exploding and then feeling bad about it 2 minutes later. Now he doesn't do that. Now he sees the brighter side of life. I think he sees the change in me. He speaks of we as we are happier now, and we have learned to accept our fate in life and go on with the way that we need to be. He's much happier because I'm much happier. All my relationships have improved because of it, and my family sees it, my coworkers see it, my friends see it. I feel it on a daily basis, and I have to attribute all of the changes that they're seeing and the calm inner peace that I feel to Transcendental Meditation. So Transcendental Meditation will be a part of my life, 20 minutes a day, twice a day, every day for the rest of my life.
I really didn't know what to expect when I first started the Transcendental Meditation program, but after the first week, I felt like my life had changed for the better. I find no problem committing myself to doing Transcendental Meditation 20 minutes twice a day. In fact, I look forward to it because of the profound experience and the benefits I'm gaining. My nursing job requires me to do a 1-hour commute twice a day. I'm involved with post-op, pre-op, and discharge teaching of patients and their families, but the majority of my time is spent doing discharge phone calls and consultations for several hospital units. Transcendental meditation has helped a tight, anxious feeling that I had in my chest that just wouldn't go away. And I feel like I'm better now able to deal with stressful situations at home and at work. Because the telephone calls are not in person, I'm not able to rely on reading body language. So I have to rely on really listening to what the patient is saying to me and understanding what their needs are. Transcendental meditation has helped me quiet myself and go inside, and I'm able to hear more than words, and the noise of a busy hospital fades into the background. For the last year, I've been the caretakers for my 2 teenage grandsons, and it's a parental role that I haven't had in 20 years. TM has helped me become more resilient and flexible and understanding and taking care of and really enjoying these boys. But most of all, I am happy that I now have a resource, a tool that takes me to that stable inner calmness where I can deal with the ever-changing aspects of my life.
The Transcendental Meditation technique is simple, natural, and effortless.
The Transcendental Meditation technique takes only 20 minutes 2 times a day.
The Transcendental Meditation practice provides deep rest, which releases deep-rooted stresses from mind and body.
The Transcendental Meditation program is not a religion, it's not a philosophy, it's not a belief system, it's not a lifestyle.
The Transcendental Meditation technique is the only technique endorsed by the American Heart Association to lower high blood pressure.
The Transcendental Meditation program has over 360 peer-reviewed studies documenting benefits in all areas of life, including 48% reduction in heart attack and stroke, and has received over $26 million from the National Institutes of Health.
The Transcendental Meditation course is standardized and taught by certified teachers around the world.
The Transcendental Meditation technique can be practiced anywhere, by anyone, at any age.